Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The United States is a nation with a rich history, and one of the most fascinating aspects of that history is its coinage. Coins have always been more than just a medium of exchange. They're small pieces of history, telling stories of culture, politics, and important milestones. Today, we are going to delve into one of these coins, the Washington quarter dollar, specifically the 1999 Delaware quarter. This seemingly ordinary coin holds an extraordinary value that many collectors and enthusiasts are eager to get their hands on. Let's take a look at what makes this coin so special. The Delaware quarter was released in 1999 as part of the 50-state quarters program, which aimed to honor each state with its own unique quarter design. Delaware, the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, got the honor of having the very first quarter in the series. The design on the coin is a tribute to Delaware's history, showcasing an image of Caesar Rodney, a key figure in the American Revolution, riding a horse. Rodney's famous midnight ride to the Continental Congress in 1776 is commemorated here, where he played a crucial role in signing the Declaration of Independence. While the Delaware quarter may seem like just another coin in the series, there's something unique about the 1999 version that caught the eye of many collectors. It all comes down to a rare minting error, a small but impactful detail that makes certain 1999 Delaware quarters worth a lot more than their face value. Some of these quarters were struck with a die that was misaligned, resulting in the coin having a very distinctive appearance. If you've ever held one of these misstruck quarters, you'll notice that the design is off-center, giving it a unique, almost offbeat look compared to other quarters. For most people, a regular 1999 Delaware quarter would only be worth about its face value, $0.25 or 25 cents. But for collectors who are lucky enough to find one of the rare misaligned versions, the coin can be worth far more. These errors are incredibly sought after, and depending on the degree of the misalignment, some of these coins have been sold for astronomical prices. These types of errors are what makes certain coins so highly valued by collectors who appreciate the rarity and uniqueness of these misprints. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1999 Delaware quarter could really be worth. To put it simply, it's possible for one of these coins to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, if you happen to come across a particularly rare example of a misaligned 1999 Delaware quarter, it could be worth as much as $45,000. That's right, $45,000. It's not just the misalignment that boosts the value. Coins that are in pristine condition, especially those that are graded as mint state by professional numismatists, can also command a premium. The combination of the misalignment error and excellent condition is what sets some of these coins apart from the rest. Collectors are always on the lookout for such rare finds, and when one of these coins pops up for auction, the bidding can get fierce. If you happen to find a 1999 Delaware quarter in your pocket change, it's worth taking a close look at it. Check for any signs of a misaligned die or other anomalies. Even if it doesn't look like much at first glance, it could be hiding something truly valuable. If you're fortunate enough to stumble upon one of these rare misstruck coins, you could be looking at a small fortune. In the world of coin collecting, it's the thrill of the hunt and the discovery of hidden treasures that make it so exciting. And while most of us may never find a coin worth $45,000, it's always worth remembering that something as small and seemingly insignificant as a quarter can carry incredible value. Top 2. The United States of America is a country rich with history, and that history can be found in many places, even on the coins that circulate in our pockets. Coins aren't just for making purchases. They carry with them pieces of the nation's past, its achievements, and its people. One of the most fascinating and historically significant coins is the Washington quarter, especially the special 1776 to 1976 edition, which holds more than just sentimental value for collectors. It has become a prized gem in the world of numismatics. To truly appreciate the Washington quarter 1776 to 1976, we need to take a step back into history. This coin was issued as part of a bicentennial celebration, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The United States wanted to commemorate this monumental event with something more than just parades and fireworks. A special coin was designed to honor the nation's past, and the Washington quarter was the perfect choice. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter was unlike any quarter before it. In honor of the nation's bicentennial, the U.S. Mint produced a special design for the reverse side of the coin. Instead of the traditional eagle, a striking new design was chosen, the Liberty Bell, paired with the 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. This powerful and meaningful redesign was a nod to the nation's birth, and it instantly became a symbol of American pride and unity. For many, this quarter represented the spirit of the country and its resilience over 2 centuries of history. While the design of the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter is what first catches the eye, it's important to understand why this coin holds such value among collectors. When the coin was released in 1976, the United States Mint produced millions of them, meaning that most of them are still relatively easy to find today. However, it's the rare examples and special circumstances surrounding these coins that can make them worth far more than their face value. What makes certain 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters so valuable? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and in some cases, minting errors. Collectors tend to seek out coins that are in pristine condition, with sharp, clear details and no signs of wear. These coins are often graded by professional numismatists, who assess their quality on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin, but condition is just one factor. The real value comes into play when a coin is found to have an error or a unique feature that makes it different from the thousands of others. For instance, certain 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters were accidentally struck in a special composition of silver, which adds to their value. Silver coins, especially those from the Bicentennial, can command far more on the market than their copper-nickel counterparts. Additionally, some quarters from specific mints, such as the Philadelphia Mint, have unique characteristics that collectors look for. Another contributing factor to the worth of these coins is their connection to an important event in American history. The Bicentennial of the United States was a momentous occasion, and the release of these special quarters reflected the pride and patriotism of a country celebrating its past and looking forward to its future. Because of their historical significance, 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters have become more than just a collectible. They become symbols of the nation's heritage. For those fortunate enough to have a well-preserved, error-free or unique 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter, the value can be astonishing. While most of these quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents, there are a select few that can be worth far more. Coins that are in flawless condition or have rare features can fetch prices in the thousands, and in some exceptional cases, they can go for tens of thousands of dollars. Now, you may be wondering just how much these coins can really be worth. The most valuable 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters, especially those with rare features or errors, can command a truly remarkable price on the market. In fact, if you find the right example, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $75,000. That's $75,000. This astounding value is not just because of the coin's age or its commemorative nature. It's because of its rarity, its condition, and its connection to a moment in time that has shaped the identity of the United States. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply someone who appreciates the history behind these coins, the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter is a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures come in the form of small, everyday objects. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, or if you come across one in your pocket change, take the time to examine it carefully. It might just be the key to unlocking an unexpected fortune. Top 3. The United States has a rich and diverse history, and one of the best ways to honor and remember its most influential figures is through the coins we use every day. In recent years, the U.S. Mint has released coins that not only serve as currency but also as tributes to the incredible individuals who have shaped the nation's identity. One of the most captivating coins in recent years is the Washington Quarter Dollar, specifically the 2022 edition that honors the legendary Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was an iconic figure in American culture. Known for her powerful poetry, memoirs, and work as a civil rights activist, Angelou's impact on literature and society is immeasurable. Her most famous work, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, is one of the most important autobiographies ever written, and her lifelong advocacy for equality and justice has inspired generations of people worldwide. To honor her, the U.S. Mint released a special edition of the Washington Quarter in 2022 as part of the American Women Quarters program. This initiative was created to celebrate the contributions of women to American history, and Maya Angelou's coin was one of the first in the series to be released. The 2022 Washington Quarter featuring Maya Angelou is a striking tribute to her legacy. The coin features an image of Angelou with her arms outstretched, a symbolic representation of freedom, strength, and resilience. The design captures the spirit of Maya Angelou, not just as a writer, but as a woman who fought tirelessly for civil rights and whose words continue to resonate with people all over the world. On the obverse, the classic image of George Washington remains, but the reverse side is where the tribute to Maya Angelou truly shines. The design is not only an artistic representation of her, but it also embodies the essence of her fight for justice and equality. This coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a reminder of Angelou's immense contributions to American culture, particularly in the fields of literature and human rights. As part of the American Women Quarters program, this coin is a small but meaningful way to honor the women who have made an indelible mark on the country's history. And with Angelou's influence continuing to grow through her works, this coin is a powerful symbol of the enduring impact of her legacy. While the 2022 Washington Quarter featuring Maya Angelou may appear to be a regular coin at first glance, there are certain factors that can make it incredibly valuable to collectors. As with any collectible, rarity, condition, and special features are what drive its worth. Though the coin was initially released in large quantities, it's the examples that are in perfect condition or possess unique characteristics that stand out in the world of numismatics. Coins that are well preserved and in mint state, meaning they have little to no wear, are highly sought after. Collectors will pay a premium for these coins, especially when they feature distinctive design elements that aren't commonly found in other pieces. Additionally, coins from specific mints or those that have been released in limited batches can also increase in value. The 2022 Maya Angelou Quarter is part of a limited-run series, which makes it even more attractive to collectors. As the years pass and fewer pristine coins remain in circulation, the demand for such items can increase, further driving up their value. So, how much could a 2022 Washington Quarter featuring Maya Angelou really be worth? While most people may only think of it as a quarter worth 25 cents, in the right condition, it can be worth much more. If you happen to have one of these coins in excellent condition, or if it was minted in a particular way that makes it unique, it could be worth much more than you might expect. In fact, a well-preserved 2022 Maya Angelou Quarter has the potential to be worth up to $15,000. That's $15,000. It's truly remarkable how a coin that may seem like a simple piece of currency can hold such significant value. The Maya Angelou Quarter not only represents her impact on American society, but it also acts as a reminder of how certain moments in history can transcend time and remain meaningful for generations to come. Whether you're a passionate collector or simply someone who appreciates the beauty of American coinage, the 2022 Maya Angelou Quarter is a treasure worth holding on to. So, the next time you come across a 2022 Washington Quarter featuring Maya Angelou, take a moment to appreciate its artistry, its significance, and its potential value. You might just be holding a piece of history, and a small fortune, in your hands. Top 4. The world of coin collecting is filled with intriguing stories and hidden treasures, and one of the most captivating stories comes from the Washington Quarter Dollar, specifically the 1973 edition. On the surface, this coin might seem like just another piece of American currency, but to seasoned collectors, it's a gem waiting to be discovered. While most people are used to seeing Washington quarters in their pocket change, the 1973 version holds a unique place in the world of numismatics, where its value and rarity have made it a highly sought-after collectible. The Washington quarter dollar has been in circulation since 1932, and over the years, it has undergone various design changes. The 1973 edition, like most of its predecessors, features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, a design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. However, it's what lies beneath the surface that makes the 1973 coin so special. This particular year was notable for certain production variations that collectors look for when determining the value of a coin. One of the key factors that make the 1973 Washington quarter worth so much more than its face value is the condition of the coin. Many of the coins from this year were produced in large quantities, meaning that they were often subject to heavy circulation, which led to wear and tear over time. A worn coin is generally worth less, but a well-preserved 1973 quarter with minimal scratches, dents, or fading can be a rare find. Coins that maintain their sharp features and clear details are particularly valuable to collectors. A 1973 Washington quarter in mint condition, untouched by time and handling, is a true treasure, but it's not just about the condition. Another factor that plays a role in the value of the 1973 Washington quarter is its minting process. In some cases, the U.S. Mint makes small errors during production, which can make certain coins more valuable. These errors could be anything from misaligned dies to double-struck coins or even wrongfully mixed metals. Though these types of minting mistakes are rare, they do happen, and when they do, the coin's value can skyrocket. For collectors, an error coin is more than just a rare find, it's an opportunity to own a piece of history, a coin that didn't quite meet the standard of the minting process but ended up being much more valuable because of it. In addition to minting errors, there's another crucial factor: the rarity of the coin. While the 1973 Washington quarter is not one of the most limited coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint, certain versions of the coin have become increasingly rare over time. As the years pass and fewer of these coins remain in circulation, their value continues to climb. Older coins that are still in great condition are harder to find, and the scarcity of such coins only increases their demand among collectors. For anyone who is lucky enough to come across a 1973 quarter in pristine condition, or one with a minting error, the potential reward could be significant. So, how much can a 1973 Washington quarter really be worth? While many of these coins are still worth just their face value of 25 cents, it's the rare, well-preserved examples, or those with minting flaws, that can command incredible prices. If you happen to find a 1973 Washington quarter that is in mint condition or features a rare error, you might be looking at a small fortune. In some cases, the value of these coins has been known to reach an astonishing $72,000. That's right, $72,000. It's important to keep in mind that not every 1973 Washington quarter will fetch such a high price. The value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it might have. But for collectors, the possibility of finding a coin that could be worth thousands is what makes the hunt so exciting. In the world of coin collecting, it's often the coins that most people overlook that end up being the most valuable. So, the next time you come across a 1973 Washington quarter in your pocket change, take a closer look. It might seem like just another coin, but you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history. Whether it's the condition, a minting error, or simply its rarity, this seemingly simple coin could be worth far more than you ever expected. Don't overlook it, your next great discovery might just be waiting in your pocket. Top 5. Coins have always been a fascinating part of American culture, and they tell the stories of the nation's history in ways that other objects simply cannot. Among the many coins minted over the years, the Washington quarter has remained one of the most iconic. The Washington quarter, first issued in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, has undergone many changes over time, but some years stand out more than others. One of those years is 1983, a coin that, despite being produced in relatively large quantities, holds a special place in the world of coin collectors due to its potential for great value. To most people, the 1983 Washington quarter might seem like a common coin, just another quarter in circulation. After all, these coins were minted in large numbers by the United States Mint. However, to seasoned collectors, the 1983 Washington quarter is much more than a simple piece of currency. There's a particular reason why collectors are constantly on the lookout for this coin. It's the rarity, condition, and specific features that can make it incredibly valuable. First off, let's discuss the history behind the 1983 Washington quarter. The coin features the traditional portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, which has been a staple of the quarter since its introduction in 1932. However, it's the reverse design that catches the eye of collectors. In 1983, the reverse of the quarter still featured the eagle, which had been part of the coin's design since the early years. But despite the seemingly standard design, there are specific factors that could make this particular year more valuable than one might think. The 1983 Washington quarter was minted during a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from the 1970s, a decade marked by inflation and economic instability. The mint was working overtime to produce enough quarters for circulation, meaning that many of these coins were struck quickly. With such a high volume of production, the condition of many coins deteriorated. This led to a situation where, despite the relatively large number of 1,983 quarters minted, only a small number were preserved in near-perfect condition. For collectors, the value of any coin largely depends on its condition. Coins that are well preserved, with sharp details, smooth surfaces, and minimal signs of wear, are highly sought after. For the 1983 Washington quarter, examples in mint condition are few and far between. These are the coins that attract the attention of serious collectors, as they represent the best of what was produced that year. But the rarity doesn't end with condition alone. Like other years in the Washington quarter series, there were occasionally minting errors that can make a coin even more valuable. Coins that were struck with a misaligned die, double strikes, or other minting defects can fetch much higher prices than those produced without any errors. Although minting errors are rare, finding a 1983 Washington quarter with one of these imperfections can make it an extremely valuable addition to a collection. The 1983 Washington quarter isn't the rarest coin in the United States, but it's still one of those coins that holds a special place for collectors because of its potential for value. The rarity of well-preserved examples and coins with minting errors means that the 1983 quarter could be worth much more than its face value of 25 cents. In fact, some of the most prized examples of this coin have been sold for incredible amounts at auction, especially those that are in mint state or contain unique features. When it comes to determining how much a 1983 Washington quarter is actually worth, the answer can vary greatly. For most people, it would be worth no more than 25 cents, but for those who know what to look for, it could be a treasure worth thousands of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find a 1983 Washington quarter that's in pristine condition or one that contains a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $63,000. That's right, $63,000. It's remarkable to think that a coin so widely circulated could end up being worth such an astronomical amount, but that's the beauty of coin collecting. The value of a coin is determined by more than just its face value. It's influenced by factors such as rarity, condition, and even the story behind the coin. In the case of the 1983 Washington quarter, its value is enhanced by the relative scarcity of well-preserved examples and the fact that minting errors are still being discovered. So, next time you reach into your pocket change and pull out a 1983 Washington quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. You might be holding a piece of American history that could be worth far more than you imagined. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a keen eye for rare finds, the 1983 Washington quarter could very well be the treasure you've been waiting to discover. Top 6. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, where seemingly ordinary coins can carry enormous value, and a piece of history can be tucked away in your pocket without you even knowing it. One such coin is the 1986 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may appear to be just another regular quarter, but holds great potential for collectors who know where to look. This particular quarter is not only significant for its role in U.S. coinage, but also for the unique factors that can make it worth far more than the face value of 25 cents. To truly appreciate the value of the 1986 Washington quarter, we need to understand a little about the context of its release. The 1986 Washington quarter was produced as part of the series of quarters that have been circulating since 1932, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. For many years, this image of the first president of the United States has been a staple of the quarter, and it continues to represent the nation's enduring legacy. However, the 1986 Washington quarter stands out because of its role in the broader context of U.S. coinage. In the mid-1980s, the U.S. Mint was producing large quantities of coins to meet the growing demands of the American economy. This period saw the minting of many millions of quarters, and while they were made for circulation, some versions of these coins have become rarer and more valuable over time due to factors such as wear, limited availability, and errors in the minting process. One of the key elements that determine the value of a 1986 Washington quarter is its condition. Most of the 1986 quarters produced have been circulated, meaning they've been through the hands of many people, subjected to wear and tear. The more worn a coin becomes, the lower its value, as collectors are primarily interested in coins that maintain their original sharp details and smooth surfaces. When a coin is in near mint condition, it becomes a rare and valuable find. A 1986 Washington quarter that has been carefully preserved, free of scratches and damage, can fetch a much higher price. But what really makes the 1986 Washington quarter intriguing is the possibility of minting errors. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins each year, and with that volume comes the occasional mistake. Minting errors can range from small discrepancies like misaligned dies to more significant flaws like double strikes or off-center coins. These errors create unique pieces that are highly prized by collectors. A 1986 Washington quarter with a minting flaw can be worth significantly more than a regular, flawless coin. Finding one of these coins requires a keen eye, as the differences are often subtle, but the payoff can be huge. Another factor that adds to the potential value of the 1986 Washington quarter is its rarity. While millions of these quarters were minted, not all of them were kept in pristine condition, and as time goes on, fewer of these coins remain in excellent shape. The rarity of a coin in mint condition, combined with its historical significance, makes it a highly desirable item for collectors. This means that a 1986 Washington quarter in excellent condition or with a rare minting error could easily attract the attention of numismatists looking to add it to their collection. So, how much is a 1986 Washington quarter really worth? While the vast majority of these coins are still worth only 25 cents, there are certain examples that can command a remarkable price in the world of coin collecting. The condition of the coin, any potential errors, and the rarity of the coin all play into its value. If you're lucky enough to find a well-preserved, mint-condition 1986 Washington quarter or one that features a rare minting flaw, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than you imagine. In fact, some of the most coveted examples of this quarter have been sold for as much as $67,000. That's right, $67,000. It's truly astonishing how a coin that was once part of everyday transactions could become a valuable collectible. The 1986 Washington quarter serves as a reminder of how much history and potential value can be packed into such a small piece of currency. Whether it's the condition, the rarity, or the possibility of a minting error, this coin offers much more than meets the EYE.so. Next time you find a 1986 Washington quarter in your pocket change, take a moment to inspect it. It could be the key to unlocking a hidden treasure. The world of coin collecting is filled with fascinating opportunities, and the 1986 Washington quarter is one of those rare examples where something as simple as a coin can be worth an incredible amount. Whether you're a passionate collector or just someone with a curious eye, this quarter may just be the one that surprises you. Top 7. When we think about the United States, its history is often reflected through the currency it produces. Coins tell the stories of the nation's journey, and one of the most iconic pieces of that story is the Washington quarter dollar. First minted in 1932, the Washington quarter has become a symbol of American history and resilience. But among all the years of production, the 1997 Washington quarter stands out as a coin that holds immense value for collectors today. At first glance, it might seem like just another quarter, but as we dig deeper, you'll see why this coin is much more than its face value. The 1997 Washington quarter is part of the ongoing series that has featured the portrait of George Washington on the obverse since 1932. This classic design, created by artist John Flanagan, has remained a staple on the U.S. quarter for decades. On the reverse, you'll find an eagle, which has been an enduring symbol of the United States. While these design features may seem standard, the true worth of the 1997 Washington quarter is not in the design alone but in the unique characteristics that make it valuable to collectors. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's value is often determined by its rarity and condition. The 1997 Washington quarter was minted in relatively large numbers, which means that most of the coins you encounter will be in used or circulated condition. However, coins that remain in excellent condition, free from significant wear, scratches, and other signs of handling, can be quite valuable. A well-preserved 1997 Washington quarter can be an appealing find for collectors, especially when considering the fact that many of the coins minted that year have been used extensively, which lowers their overall availability in good condition. But it's not just about the condition. In coin collecting, errors can be a game changer. Minting errors happen more often than you might think, and these flaws make a coin stand out from the rest. A 1997 Washington quarter with a minting error, such as a misaligned die or a double strike, can significantly increase its value. These errors are rare and make certain coins highly sought after by collectors who are always on the lookout for unique pieces. If you happen to come across a 1997 quarter with such an error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Another key aspect that enhances the value of the 1997 Washington quarter is the concept of rarity over time. Although millions of these coins were produced, time has a way of depleting the number of well-preserved examples in circulation. Coins that were once common can become increasingly rare as they are lost, worn out, or damaged. The 1997 Washington quarter is one of those coins that is beginning to show up less frequently in its pristine form, and as fewer high-quality examples remain, the demand among collectors increases. Now, when you consider all of these factors, condition, rarity, and potential minting errors, you begin to understand why the 1997 Washington quarter is a sought-after piece. While most of these quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents, a few rare specimens can command far more. If you're lucky enough to find a 1997 quarter that's been well preserved or has a minting flaw, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Some of the most valuable examples of this coin have been sold for incredible amounts, with prices reaching up to $48,000. That's right, $48,000. It's remarkable how a seemingly ordinary coin from 1997 could hold such significant value in the world of numismatics. The 1997 Washington quarter exemplifies how time and rarity can transform a simple piece of currency into a valuable collector's item. For those who understand the nuances of coin collecting, a 1997 Washington quarter in excellent condition, or one with a minting error, represents more than just a quarter. It's a piece of American history, with the potential to bring a substantial return. So, the next time you come across a 1997 Washington quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. You may just be holding a valuable piece of American coinage that could be worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply someone with an eye for unique finds, the 1997 Washington quarter is a reminder that sometimes, treasure can come in the form of a simple coin. Keep your eyes peeled, and who knows, you might just find that hidden gem worth $48,000.